نزل فيديو حقه قبل ساعتين حق بث امس.
ايوه
اليوم يصبي
روحي سلمي وقولي ايش هي اليوم كذا قدمة حلوة.
حالكم، ان شاء الله تكونوا بألف خير. طبعا اليوم عندنا بث، الحين اوريكم صورته. هذا هو Saturday Night Main Event. طبعا الحين كله على سيم بونك لانه اليوم حيلعبوا مباريات اللقب. اليوم حيحددوا مين هو بطل الهيفي ويت اللي هو تسلم من سيث اللقب، لأنه اتصاب فسلم. مين اللي راح ياخذ اللقب اليوم؟ يا سي ام بانك يا جاي اوسو. خلاص فحنشوف عم تريبل اتش مين حيفوز. العرض فيه له شوية حماس، فيه مباراة حلوة، في كمان حريم، في بطولة كودي روز، في بطولة دوم. بس العين كله على سي ام بانك وجاي اوسو. فخليكم معانا وإن شاء الله ما يخيب أملنا.
يبي صحن لندى، يبي صحن لندى، صحن صغير يبي لندى. يلا تحبوا بدي كذا. صحن صغير جيبي زي ما أعطينا راشد تصب الندى. يا ما تحبوا مرة.
أيوة جو
هنحقق للتابعين مسوين.
طبعا احنا متعودين لازم نسوي
أكلة
حاجة.
حلوة سهلة.
هذه أكلة الشتاء تعتبر، بس احنا نسويها شتاء وصيف. اللي هو الذرة مع الحار نار والكريمة الطبخ، عرفتوها؟ هذه جات هبة من سنتين واحنا سويناها وعجبتنا صراحة، فعشان كذا نسويها كل بس فترة وفترة. حوالي دقيقتين ويبدأ البث. نبدأ حوالي يا رب يكون في إعلانات، لأن المباريات هذه العرض اليوم في يوتيوب تقدرون تشوفونها. مو موجود على اليوتيوب. كل يبدأ أول مباريات لي وماكنتاير يا سيامبونك وجيوس يبدون بالألقاب ينهون بالألقاب.
It is an incredible sports night in Salt Lake City, Utah. Number 24, Utah, hosts number 17, Cincinnati. And Big 12 college football just down the road a bit later on tonight. But first, it's Saturday night's main event with 4 championships up for grabs. The undisputed WWE title is on the line. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the #1 contender Drew McIntyre. No champion's advantage tonight. If Cody's disqualified or counted out, he'll lose the championship. The WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton, a bit hobbled, but cleared for action. Defense against an angry and vindictive Jade Cargill. Advantage for this man, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. How can he survive tonight? Because Rusev also stands in his way. It's Rusev, Penta, and Dirty Dom in a triple threat for the IC title. And who will win the World Championship? Vacant after a Seth Rollins injury. CM Punk, main event Jey Uso, one-on-one, live tonight. And WWE fans are here. They're loud. They're ready to go. The Delta Center in Salt Lake City, our host. Welcome to Saturday night's main event.
It started just like any other Saturday night in the 80s. Arcades, roller rinks, that familiar primetime TV glow. But this time was different. This show was different. And as the night went on and people took notice, it quickly became something more. A spectacle shaped by obsession. Not fame, not glory, something deeper, a drive that never fades, a calling they can't escape.
Everyone is buzzing about this spectacle. Tonight it's about a fight.
We are ready to get down and dirty with a Major League stack card here.
Because obsession is bigger than any one moment. It's who they are. Some call it legacy. They call it Saturday.
Welcome to Saturday night's main event. Live at the jam-packed Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is Saturday night's main event. undisputed WWE Championship. That stipulation came to fruition last night, agreed to by our general manager, Nick Aldis, from Friday Night SmackDown. And the question is, will it bite Cody Rhodes?
Well, Cody Rhodes needs to get his game head on rapidly. We saw the mental breakdown of Cody Rhodes last night on SmackDown, and as you mentioned, Michael Cole, if that happens tonight, a major problem occurs in the championship reign of Cody Rhodes because the gold moves over to the challenger, Drew McIntyre.
A lot on that man's mind.
المفروض هو آخر واحد يدخل من البطل.
Drew McIntyre says, Cody Rhodes knows I have his number. In a very frank interview with the Sports Bible, Drew McIntyre opened up about what it would mean to once again win the WWE Championship. He is the first ever British wrestler to hold that title, but he's never had the celebration in his homeland. He says if he wins tonight, he's going to have an top parade throughout the entire United States to finally celebrate his reign as champion.
Well, tonight, Drew gets the opportunity to reclaim gold and the mantle as standard bearer of this industry. Drew wants validation tonight, and with it, the glory that was taken away from him during the COVID era.
These two met at WrestlePalooza back in September, in which Cody Rhodes retained the championship after what some call a very controversial call by the official.
Well, that would be an accurate call. Drew's had numerous opportunities at winning gold over the past couple of years, and they've all been ripped from him by a combination of outside interference, blatant cheating, and terrible referees' calls. Well, tonight, that ends for good. There can be no excuses after this evening.
Hello again, everybody at ringside. I'm Michael Cole from Friday Night SmackDown. Of course, Wade Barrett from Monday Night Raw. We kick things off with the undisputed WWE Championship. No champion's advantage again for Cody Rhodes. Let's head up to our ring announcer, the legendary Lillian Garcia.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the undisputed WWE Championship! Now in this match, if the champion gets counted out or disqualified, he will lose the championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, Drew. Ladies and gentlemen, the real American dream, Drew McIntyre. And his opponent, from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds, he is the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
Well, this American Dream nonsense with Drew McIntyre actually started last night on Friday Night SmackDown. Again, trying to get into the head of Cody Rhodes. Of course, Cody's father, the late great Dusty Rhodes, known as the American Dream.
It's got nothing to do with Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Drew is a real American Dream, a no-name immigrant who moved to this country and climbed from the bottom rung of the ladder all the way to the top to become the champion of the world.
The official in this matchup tonight, Dan Engler. A lot of pressure on his shoulders because of the stipulation. That does not give Cody an advantage tonight. We're underway, and Cody Rhodes went quickly after Drew McIntyre. McIntyre's made this personal. He's made it emotional. He's got under Cody's skin. Not only in reference to Cody's dad, but Cody's family last night as well.
Well, Cody fights emotionally in this one. He runs the risk of making some major errors. And major errors, when you don't have the champion's advantage, can cost you massively.
He takes down McIntyre. Rhodes got put through a table just 24 hours ago on Friday Night SmackDown, and now Cody unloading on Drew McIntyre. It's interesting that Drew went the Dusty Rhodes route as well. Dusty in the news this week, the 40th anniversary of Dusty's very famous Hard Times interview, which really cemented Dusty as a global star. And there's the big chop now by McIntyre to Cody, who fights back as well.
Drew McIntyre was actually one of Dusty's famous kids in the developmental system in Florida Championship Wrestling. And side note, Dusty Rhodes once told me that Cody Rhodes was actually a deadbeat son, and he'd rather have Drew McIntyre as a child of his own.
You completely made that up.
Right, fair enough, I did make that up.
And Cody Rhodes now dumping McIntyre outside the ring. And the official will begin the count. Now McIntyre begging Cody to come out after him, and you know why he's doing that.
Get yourself a quick count out in this one. McIntyre will win the gold, and it looks.
And Cody thinking twice about this. And again, a lot going on in the champ's mind.
Yeah, he has to be very cautious. And you can see right from the start of this one, there's an almost tense nature to Cody. I feel like Cody realizes he's backed himself into a corner in this match.
And does that force the champion perhaps tonight, Wade, to overthink things in this match? Maybe get out of sync, not do the things naturally that he would normally do.
Absolutely. Look at the scowl on the face of Cody Rhodes. He's already ranting and raving at the challenger. Comparatively, McIntyre looks rather comfortable at this point. He has the champ rattled.
Oh, he's in the driver's seat. He forced Cody's hand, got him to agree to the stipulation.
And it was the right thing for McIntyre to do. Cody proved a couple of weeks ago he's more than happy to get himself intentionally disqualified against Drew.
McIntyre telling the official, if he touches you, you can disqualify him.
Fair point, collision there. Arguably, it could have been a disqualification, albeit with Drew McIntyre propelling Cody at the ref.
And to your point moments ago, a couple of weeks ago, they had that impromptu matchup on Friday Night SmackDown between Rhodes and McIntyre, and Rhodes was so upset over the fact that he believes McIntyre attacked Jacob Fatu. McIntyre again trying to just bait Rhodes into doing something that'll break the rules.
We'll talk about breaking the rules. How many times have people broken the rules against McIntyre in the last couple of years when championships have been on the line? Time and again.
Wade, you're a five-time Intercontinental Champion. You do understand that comes with the territory, correct? Look at the man who later on tonight battles for the world title, CM Punk. Nobody's had it worse off than he has over the past couple of years.
That's nonsense. Drew McIntyre has had it worse than CM Punk. Everything that's happened to CM Punk has all been above board and legal for the most part, including the famous Money in the Bank cash-in at SummerSlam.
Now a closed fist by McIntyre, dropping the champion and Drew now. Look at McIntyre. Wait a minute, ref. McIntyre was just fighting Cody Rhodes. He had shielded the official, so Engler did not see that.
This referee is no dummy. He knows full well something was going on, but with it being a championship match, maybe a little leniency there.
You know, we talked a lot about the Cody Rhodes and the state. He's in here tonight. How about McIntyre? I believe McIntyre's desperate at this point in time, doing anything he can to try to win the world title, the WWE title.
Well, as he should be. When gold's on the line, you should
wait a minute.
Desperate. Right, the referee.
And Cody now.
No, that's a shove on the referee.
No.
After a long 5 count.
Wade, I want to defend the official Dan Engler here. I believe that was inadvertent by Cody, and now Drew takes advantage. Inadvertently struck the official there, and the official understands the emotions that are at stake. Everybody's on edge. Everyone's off their game, and he's going to let a little thing like that get by.
All right, a little shove on the referee, perhaps. Had that been nice by McIntyre, had that been McIntyre shoving the referee, I would argue, given the referee's form in recent months, he would have been disqualified.
Yeah, but I have to WWE officials credit as Rhodes is driven into the barricade. The official Ryan Tran, who has been at fault in many people's minds in these matches over the past couple of months, not working this match tonight. Now McIntyre, he's asking for a count out on Cody so he can win the championship.
This is getting high here. Cody better hightail it back in the ring. Just breaking the count at 8.
You saw the frustration on McIntyre's face, looking for a count-out win to win the championship for what would be a 4th time as a world champ, 3 times WWE. And here's McIntyre now, unloading on Rhodes, and he's got to be careful as well not to get disqualified.
I would argue that McIntyre in the early runners of this one has the mental edge over Cody Rhodes. He's constantly been goading and baiting Cody, and Cody has fallen for it on several occasions. Cody looks rattled, and almost always in McIntyre matches, of course, he has a major physical advantage.
Great throw by McIntyre.
He's making that advantage count now.
285-pounder into the cover, hooks the leg, and the champ kicks out at 1.
Take another look at this raw power from the 285-pound Scotsman, but maybe closing in on his 4th world championship here.
McIntyre with 1 win in his career on Saturday night's main event. Cody Rhodes undefeated at this spectacle. Will that streak continue tonight? McIntyre quickly. Cover again on the champ. Cody forced to kick it 2 this time.
Frustration perhaps now for McIntyre, although McIntyre has a strong hand in this matchup, and that is what they're playing for, all the marbles, the WWE Championship. It looks like it's slowly slipping away from QB1.
You know, I mentioned the interview that McIntyre conducted. He said in that interview that the world needs Drew McIntyre. We don't need the fake smile of the current WWE champion. WWE fans in Drew's mind need the harsh, brutal truth, the reality of life.
Look, and I'll tell you right now, I'm friends with both of these guys, but there are elements of truth to what McIntyre is saying.
Wow!
Cody has been given advantages at times by management that Drew was never
Covered by McIntyre off the big back body drop again, forcing the champion to kick out. Now this is one thing Drew's got to be careful of. Wade is getting frustrated.
Yeah, look at that height. Cody Rhodes gets thrown up in the air with this backdrop landing hard. It was almost a double landing for Cody, smashing the base of his spine and the back of his head. And that frustration you talked about from McIntyre just evaporated as he now takes stock of who's really in the driver's seat of this match.
Again, Cody has been a step off in this matchup. McIntyre really has Cody off his game.
This has just been a walk in the park for McIntyre the last couple of minutes. But do not walk in the park against an opponent the caliber of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody back to his feet and does not allow McIntyre to make it to the top rope. Cody gonna go up after him.
Gotta remember, even Cody Rhodes on an off night, a step off the pace, is almost certainly gonna bring you the kind of fight you are simply not able to withstand. He's proven that time and time again over the past several years.
Rhodes hooking McIntyre here from high above the ring. Superplex!
Well, let me tell you, 285 pounds being superplexed from the top rope is absolutely devastating, no matter how durable your frame is.
I think this is a very critical point in this matchup for the champion Cody Rhodes. An opportunity to catch a breath, fight back into this match.
Big matches like this always change on big moments, and that was a huge moment for Cody to try and somehow get a stranglehold of this match that has been escaping him from the word go.
Big WWE weekend here in Salt Lake City. We kick things off tonight on Saturday night's main event with our undisputed WWE Championship match.
You don't want to get in a slugfest with McIntyre, but McIntyre's back is hurting. Taking some of the sting out of those big slugs from the Scotsman.
As you can see in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, every match tonight is for a championship. And McIntyre and Rhodes now unloading on each other.
It's a dogfight, and somehow Cody's getting the better of Drew, or is he?
There's the quickness of Rhodes. McIntyre stunned momentarily. Rhodes up over the top. And there's a power slam by Cody.
Now it's Cody finally working on his instincts, taking the training wheels off.
Yeah, don't think, just move.
An adrenaline pumping, the fear has left his body. Now it's fight time.
Cody off the second rope, and there it is, the disaster kick, drops McIntyre. But Cody not able to, Cody might go for a cover there, but instead, I think he understood he wasn't going to put Drew away there. And
very often you will take a cover, but not against an opponent the caliber of Drew McIntyre. You know full well it's going to take a little more to put him down.
And Cody went for the Cody cutter, and McIntyre in trouble. Cody cover, McIntyre kicks it too.
McIntyre tried his best to power out and reverse that. What a unique landing it was. Added a little spin and momentum into this one. Ultimately, same result. But McIntyre just with enough left with a late kick out, but Drew is wobbled.
Yeah, a little extra mustard on that Cody cutter by the champion. McIntyre back to his feet and out. Cody Rhodes, speaking of the American dream, unloading on McIntyre with the jabs. Little back elbow time. McIntyre just like that with a spine buster into a jackknife cover, trying to win the title, and a kick out at two.
And immediately back up and on the offense.
Wow! Sit out power bomb. And another near fall for the #1 contender.
And that is a huge part of what makes McIntyre so devastating. He's obviously big, he's obviously strong, but it's that rapid movement that guys his size simply are incapable of matching. Just puts Drew on a whole different tier when it comes to the true heavyweights in this game.
There is no wasted movement when it comes to McIntyre.
He's thought through. What an absolute veteran of the game who simply spends his life trying to get better. And what is he cooking up here?
Well, McIntyre looking for the World Championship. The WWE title dragged into the ring by McIntyre.
Disqualification.
And Cody now, Cody can't use it. Cody, don't use it. Oh, and Cody Rhodes runs into the kick by McIntyre. Off the distraction. That sudden Claymore by McIntyre. That one-step Claymore by McIntyre almost won the championship.
Well, it was all mind games by McIntyre baiting Cody in. He knew Cody was not going to fall for that, but that distraction opened the window for this flash Claymore. The guard is drawn for a second, and I would argue a flash Claymore simply didn't have the same impact as the standard run-up version. It's the only reason Cody is still champ, but he's a sitting duck now, Cody.
Yeah, there's no momentum behind that one-step Claymore by McIntyre, and it allowed Cody to kick out. But Cody's in deep trouble, just a few feet away from us, and Cody's got to be concerned now, of course, about a count-out. And McIntyre realizes he's got the champ on the ropes and is going to go on the attack.
Cody is so
look at this.
way up.
This is what McIntyre did to Rhodes a few months ago. Cost him a month of his career. Cody Rhodes, though, able to counter.
Well, Cody had to be nimble there. He was back on the shelf. If not, and we would have had a new champion. Thankfully, the referee didn't intervene on this one like the last match.
And now, Cody sent out to the apron. And McIntyre now driving Cody through the table. Cody went through the damn table.
Oh my God, there's a countdown now, Cody.
Cody, come on, they're counting. There are two. Come on, Cody, come on. The official at 4. Cody, come on.
We're going to get a new champ.
We're at 6. Cody trying to make his way through the rubble. A count of 8. Cody finally beat the count.
Well, McIntyre is absolutely dead. Well, the impact there, immediately grabbing the referee. Referee wasting no time in starting
Wade, one more second, and we would have had a brand new, undisputed WWE champion.
That is a limb-breaking move. That is a rib-breaking move. And Cody Rhodes had to bounce up in under 10 seconds. But out of the frying pan and into the fire. Watch out now.
This is not going to be a flash Claymore. This is going to be a real Claymore. Cody ducks out of harm's way.
Well, completely instinctive from Cody there, who has absolutely been put through the ringer in the last couple of minutes of this match. Perhaps saving the championship for him here.
Yeah, Cody trying to dig down deep. McIntyre going for the future shock and misses wildly. Cody into the corner, almost right for the official. Cody just, what happened? Cody's knee buckled as he tried to climb up the ropes there.
Well, he had to dodge out of the way of the referee, and he could have tweaked something in the process. That could be a knee injury, could be an ankle injury. And now this is all fair game. The referee's getting involved here. If I was McIntyre, I want to be all over
Well, he's
Cody.
just being a human being. He's making sure Cody's okay here.
Well, who cares when gold's on the line? Let's see this again. Watch this. Cody Rhodes running into the corner, presumably for a disaster kick. Referee in the way. Cody had to dodge it. What is going on?
And now up to the top rope. Super cutter by Cody Rhodes. Cover now. McIntyre still in it.
Oh, I got huge questions about what just played out. Cody's back with a hurt knee here. He tried a Hail Mary. This is the one he actually connects with. He tried a couple of seconds earlier and injured that knee in the process. McIntyre with a late kick out. But the question for me now is, what condition is the knee of the champ Cody Rhodes in?
Well, Cody running on pure adrenaline there. Almost a desperation move, that super cutter Wade. Cody realizing he's in trouble. Wanted to put Drew away quickly.
Yeah, that's why you want to drop the big bomb. You know you've been injured. You know your leg is rattled. The longer this goes on at this point, the more it benefits McIntyre.
Now Cody measuring his man, setting up Drew for the crossroads. Drew caught him with a kick to the face.
Nice reaction kick there from Drew, but no. Cody's just too quick now.
And now McIntyre. Cody sending the corner into the official. McIntyre used his own momentum to shove Cody into the official.
Well, McIntyre didn't see the official there either. To be fair, he was blindsided.
The official ain't seeing anything now. And there's a Costco kiss by McIntyre. Our official, Dan Engler, is down.
Well, Dan Engler got crushed in the corner. And McIntyre is now realizing he has the upper hand, but with the referee down.
Well, McIntyre, again, bringing the WWE Championship into the ring like he did earlier in this matchup. But now the official's down, has no idea what's going on here. McIntyre going to use the title as a weapon.
Well, it's a trick that's been played out against McIntyre many times.
And McIntyre missed wildly. Cody Rhodes now. Oh, and a collision in the center of the ring.
Both men's bodies bruised and battered in this one. Doesn't take much to knock the stuffing out of a competitor when you're in deep waters like this.
Somebody may want to check on our official. Dan Engler is barely moved since he was crushed in the corner by McIntyre and Rhodes.
Let me tell you this, if Ryan Tran runs down to the ring now, McIntyre is going to lose his mind. The referee who cost McIntyre the last time goal was on the line.
And now there's both men crawling for the weapon, the championship. McIntyre has it first. Cody Rhodes now, and a DDT onto the title by Rhodes.
Well, that's illegal. Well, hold on a second. And the referee didn't see any of that.
Well, I mean, you're right. Cody could have been disqualified, but it was McIntyre, Wade, who brought the title into the ring in the first place.
McIntyre didn't use the title.
Now the official is called too. And Cody Rhodes with a crossroads to McIntyre.
No way.
Into the cover. Cody survives.
Here is your winner, and still the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
Cody Rhodes retains the undisputed WWE Championship.
Now, once again, I am going to argue, Cole, that McIntyre simply did not get a fair shake of things here. He was DDT'd onto a championship title by Cody Rhodes, who, to be clear, checked that the referee wasn't looking before he did it.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, Cody's still the champ. Tweaked his knee as he tried to avoid the official there.
A highly controversial moment when the tide turned in this one, closely followed up by this Cody cutter, a desperation one from Cody, but McIntyre was equal to it.
And then it was McIntyre shoving Cody and the official. The official was knocked out. Now McIntyre would realize that Dan Angler was down and out. So we once again introduced the WWE Championship into this matchup.
McIntyre did not hit Cody with the championship.
But he introduced the title.
But that in itself is not a disqualification. Here's where it gets really murky. Cody checking the referees and locking, and then DDT and McIntyre on the title. Referee comes around, one Cody cutter later to an already beaten Drew McIntyre. 1, 2, 3 defense, and it should have been a disqualification on Cody Rhodes.
It wasn't very clear to me that Cody even knew the title was there. He just turned around and delivered a DDT to Drew McIntyre. Wrong place, wrong time. Hey, argue however you want. It doesn't matter. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, has taken out Drew McIntyre to retain the championship. Well, that man, CM Punk, looks for vindication tonight. No Seth Rollins standing in his way. He meets Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship tonight. And again, congratulations to Cody Rhodes, who went to our announce table moments ago, but still able to retain the undisputed WWE Championship.
Absolute chaos at ringside. This is pretty much exactly what the mind of Drew McIntyre is going to look like when he recovers after that.
Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned every match tonight is a title match. It's a banged up WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton taking on a vindictive Jade Cargill.
What time is it?
What an incredible 2025 for Tiffany Stratton.
Grab that championship and went past the moon.
That title is mine. Everyone knows I had you beat. Mine.
Tiffany gets the foot on the bottom rope and the official has to call off the cover.
After mine.
The referee with the count.
After mine.
Nia Jax dragged the official out of the ring.
This doesn't serve me. I want that title.
Jade Cargill just blocked the champ. Look at the eyes of Jade Cargill. This is like a woman possessed. The storm has snapped.
And Saturday night main event time is up.
Tiffany, I just want to make sure that you're okay physically and mentally, all right, for this match with Jade. I want to give you one last opportunity.
Nick, enough! I know you're just doing your job, but I'm ready for this. I'm the champion, and I want to defend my title tonight, and I'm ready for this fight.
I give Tiffany Stratton credit for being a fighting champion, but she is about to go into the eye of a storm. Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill on Saturday night's main event battle for the WWE Women's Championship, and it's next.
يلا بنمس بنمس بعد يقول لها انت لا تهاجمينها دحين حتنضربي دحين حتنضربي وما حتقدرين حتى تروحين المباراة بكرة حتزيدي اصابتك فوق ما انت اصلا مصابة. هي طبيا تقدر تلعب بس قاعد يقول لها انت مو طبيا
ضربتها مرة ثانية.
قاعد يقول لها انت طبيا تقدرين تلعبين بس اذا انت ضامنة انه ما تضربك هاني مرة ثانية عليها. ما هي ضربتك مرة ثانية بعدين يمكن طبيا ما عاد المفروض تدخلين حلبة. والله شكلها سنة الإصابات يسمونها وانتهى.
هذيك عاد تصيبها راح تضربها على رجلها.
ايوه تضربها، وخاصة انها خلاص ما عاد صارت شيء قدامها المرأة.
تبغى
تبى اللقب لانها طفشت. طبطبت وريست ما لقت شيء. قالت خلاص.
زي ما هذيك ضربتني واخذت حزام.
ايوه
كمان بسوي زيها.
ايوه
اللي تعطونا الوسخات حزام.
والله قالت هاني ما في شيء يجي بالصبر، ما في شيء يجي بالطيب هاني. قالت هاني اكتشفت انه الصبورين هاني ما راح ينولوا شيء. ما تستنين تصبرين لما تجيكي. انت اذا ما رحتي واخذتيها ما حد حيجي يعطيك اياها. ما حد تروحي تقول لها خذي لقبي خلاص، لا ما كانت تسوي شيء. أنا شاكة إنها بتخسر الشجرة. أدري ليه كذا قلبي حاسسني، لأنه هذه المباراة الثالثة بينهم. الثالثة ثابتة، يا إنها هذيك حتخسر السمرة وما عاد تلعب معاها، يا إنها حتفوز عليها. إعلانات، هذا العرض دائما يكون في إعلانات، تفتكري؟ 4 مباريات بس. ايه 4 مباريات هي بس. دوم ريكي وجاي وسي ام بانك.
خلص. اسحب. اسحب.
ها؟
انت شكلك ما متحمل اليوم. وشكلك انت اللي ما تتحمل اليوم. لا؟ متى صحي؟
الساعة 9.
صراحة تصحى الساعة 9 يوم الجمعة.
ياسر طلع ترند، شفتي؟
هذا كل يوم.
ها؟
جمعة يطلع ما شاء الله.
شوفي يومي حق أمس لما طلعها من قلبه في الأخير.
WWE superstars doing what they can to help out. Celebrities here tonight in Salt Lake City, Utah, including Gabriel Luna, based on a true story. Luna stars in Devil in Disguise. John Wayne Gacy, streaming now only on Peacock. How about my guy Pauly Shore, comedian, actor, massive star Pauly here having fun tonight. Tony Hinchcliffe, comedian and host of the live comedy podcast, Kill Tony. And Wade, also the 18-time Grammy-nominated rapper, singer, and songwriter. Post Malone is here. I believe the greatest entertainer on the planet today. Post is falling in love with WWE.
You cannot keep Post away, and I'll be honest, we love having him here. Always a party when Post Malone is in town.
Remember, he joined us in France.
Yes, he did. Following us all around the world.
A
coming. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWE Women's Championship! Introducing the challenger from Vero Beach, Florida, Jade Cargill!
You know, Wayne, in a triple threat match with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton a number of weeks ago, Jade Cargill hit the steps with her head, busted her face wide open. She said that was the turning point. That's when she had the epiphany, that she was doing things wrong, that it's time to make everything about Jade Cargill and winning the championship.
She directed that epiphany against Tiffany, apparently. And I'll agree with you. Cargill's been on a major roll since returning in 2025, but I felt things stalled out at SummerSlam in that championship match against tonight's opponent, Tiffany Stratton. I'll agree. Somewhere along the chain, Jade Cargill needed to change something. She needed to look at herself in the mirror and figure out what went wrong. She's decided to change her mindset. Very aggressive now, and we'll see if that leads to gold tonight.
Seeking her first singles championship here. WWE, she's won 2 tag championships in her career.
It's Tiffy time!
And her opponent, from Prior Lake, Minnesota, she is the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton!
The champ's left knee heavily taped. That's the result of the attack by Jade Cargill a couple of weeks ago. Tiffany insists she's ready to go. She's medically cleared for this matchup here tonight. And it has been a Cinderella year for Tiffany Stratton. The 3rd longest reign of all time for the WWE Women's Champion. It's her 10th title defense this year. She's only suffered 1 loss in 2025.
And I'm glad you brought that loss up, because you're right, Tiffany has been unstoppable in 2025 until a very recent loss for the Crown Jewel Championship in Perth against Stephanie McKern. Now, sometimes a loss out of nowhere after such a dominant run can really play with the mind of a competitor, and it's going to be interesting to see how Tiffany responds in a major championship match tonight.
Jason Ayers, the official for this championship matchup. This is the 4th time these 2 women have gone one-on-one. 2 no contests. Tiffany, as Wade mentioned earlier, won back at SummerSlam. Also, she defended in a triple threat against both Jade and Nia back at the end of September. And we're underway, and Tiffany going right after Cargill. And Jade looking to use her power here tonight to take out the champ. And again, landing hard on the knee. And Tiffany quickly shows signs of the knee injury, and Jade's attacking it.
Well, you said yourself, Tiffany Stratton is good to go. I'm not sure she is good to go. She just wants to go. Nick Aldis gave her an out a little earlier. She didn't want to hear it. I don't know if that's pride or ego or fighting spirit or what.
Jade,
that may be a mistake.
Shades of Bret Hart with that move moments ago. And now a powerful choke slam delivered to Stratton. Cargill just looks angry tonight.
Well, what an attack it's been. Clearly the bullseye on the knee. Jade stacked the deck in her favor a little over a week ago with that brutal attack on the champ. And this is now clearly a suboptimal Stratton.
Tiffany goes face first, cover now by the #1 contender. And a kick out by Tiffany at 2. It's hard enough going to the ring against the power of Jade Cargill. But to go in there on 1 leg?
I'll tell you right now, the difference between these 2 competitors at SummerSlam was the superior speed and movement of Tiffany Stratton. That's what won her the match in.
Oh, what a deal.
But with a busted knee, hampering Tiffany from the start, what is Tiffany's edge here? It certainly isn't power or aggression.
Jade may have got a bit overconfident there, and it allowed Tiffany Stratton an opening. And Tiffany now tried to get up on the rope, perhaps for that world's prettiest moonsault, and the prettiest moonsault ever, I should say. Now Tiffany slowly gets to the top rope, and Cargill now right back to the injured knee.
We'll talk about SummerSlam. It was a quick, prettiest moonsault that won the match. She attempted it there, couldn't pull it off.
And Jade's got to be careful. Got to be very careful here. You strike the official, you're going to be disqualified. This isn't like the Cody Rhodes match earlier on. Jade's disqualified, sent her to the back.
Well, Jade looks in complete control here. She's having a little beat, but...
And the point I was trying to make, Wade, is the fact that Jade she has no advantage. Tiffany has the champion's advantage in this match. Jade's got to pin or submit Tiffany in this matchup.
I'd argue that Jade Cargill has a massive advantage by virtue of the fact that a champion is physically hindered. Forget about disqualifications or countouts. Jade Cargill is in complete control here. Well, of course, she's not going to win the championship if Tiffany Stratton gets counted out, but breaking the count in the process there was Jade Cargill.
And one thing I'm noticing about Jade tonight, very confident, very relaxed, very intense in what she's trying to do.
She feels like she's stacked the deck so far in her favor.
No. This is how she injured Tiffany in the first place a couple of weeks ago, placing her on the steps there. And Jade Cargill, you see her going to her eye. That's what turned this all around. On the steel steps tonight. Tiffany, she drops Jade face first to get into the steel steps.
Well, took out the knees in the process. It was a genius move by Tiffany Stratton, who may have been playing a little possum there. And again, forehead first into the corner of the steps went Cargill.
And you got to give Tiffany credit climbing up to the top rope. And again, Jade Cargill meeting her there. Again, the speed and agility out there for Stratton.
Yeah, when you're physically this hampered, it has to be the speed of thought that gets you through this. We know Tiffany is gritty.
Tiff's got an opportunity. Tiffany's got an opportunity. Top rope now. Jade's in trouble. Swanton by Stratton. Can she retain? Jade powers out at 2.
Well, catching Cargill by surprise there and almost pulling out what looked at the time as an unlikely victory just shows you how dangerous and inventive the champ is.
And you saw how quickly Tiffany went for that cover. Very desperate champion here. Very much favoring the left leg. Right into a clothesline.
Tiffany simply couldn't follow that offense up. She has no pace to her whatsoever with that hampered knee.
And now Cargill with Stratton on her shoulders, and again the power of Jade Cargill. Cover on the champ. Tiffany again survives.
The eye of the storm connects, and she's beaten several opponents with that before, slowly but surely softening up Stratton.
And again, the power is a Jade Cargill. Tiffany still showing some fight. There's a fall-away slam by the Storm.
I'm seeing very little coming back the other way at this point, and Jade is just being ferocious.
Oh, she's just having her way now with Stratton. Another fall-away slam.
Clearly thinking about that loss at SummerSlam when she came so close to the goal, not making any mistakes here.
Again into the cover, wraps the arm, hooks the leg, and Tiffany still fighting in this matchup. Kicks out again, but how much does the champ have left?
Now you start looking at the inexperience factor of Jade Cargill, and sometimes has got a raggedy mindset and comes a little unglued.
Oh, and a sit-out powerbomb. Cover. Tiffany kicks at it too again.
It is just nuclear bomb after nuclear bomb, all landing on Tiffany Stratton. My God!
And now Jade and Tiffany, where she wants her again.
Absolutely relentless. The referee may have to step in at this rate.
This has been the most intense, the most ferocious I've seen Jade Cargill since arriving here in WWE. And Jade realizes it's her time. There it is. Jaded by Cargill. Cover. Jade Cargill wins.
Here is your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
She said she wanted to become
Tiffany Stratton, my God!
And now Jade and Tiffany, where she wants her again.
Absolutely relentless. The referee may have to step in at this rate.
This has been the most intense, the most ferocious I've seen Jade Cargill since arriving here in WWE. And Jade realizes it's her time. There it is. Jaded by Cargill. Cover. Jade Cargill wins the champion.
Is your winner and the new WWE Women's Champion, Jade Cargill.
Well, when Jade Cargill arrived in WWE a said she wanted to become a household name. Well, Jade Cargill is now a household name. A storm has come to WWE and a warning to all on SmackDown.
Well, Jade Cargill has always had the fist
Of the former champion Tiffany Stratton tonight, obviously nowhere near 100%, but she still defended her title valiantly against Jade Cargill, your new WWE Women's Champion. And I mentioned it before, Wade, everyone on those teases on social media over the past couple of days, all leading up to, well, the teaser for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. The world premiere was earlier this week on the Pat McAfee Show on ESPN.
They say in Vegas, everyone's got to tell. A blink, a breath, a moment that can't be controlled. But the great ones, they use it to their advantage. They own it. They've got them right where they want them. Just haven't figured it out yet. WrestleMania Vegas. It's anyone's game.
Well, it was at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas where Dominic Mysterio would win the Intercontinental Championship. He's been champion since then. But man, what a test coming up next. Dominic Penta Rusev, triple threat for the Intercontinental title on Saturday night. Main event.
الناس بياكلوك عيش.
مو بالرضا، أخذته غصب.
اي ما هو يجي كذا، ما يجي بالطيبة والدحلة
أخذته غصب، لما قلبت مكروهة أخذته. لما كانت محبوبة قعدت ما تاخذ. حتى هذه أم تفي هذه الشقرة كانت مكروهة، لما صرفت الحقيبة صارت محبوبة. ولا هذه كمان نفس الشيء، ترى كانت مكروهة هذه كمان.
بس هي قلدت الصوت هذيك.
ايوه خلاص يا امي، لانه
خلاص هذيك اقل مني. صارت عشان ضربتني اخذت الحزام، يلا انا بسوي زيها.
مشيت الطريقة خلاص. معناته هذه الطريقة ناجحة، حيلة ناجحة.
ايه شايفة؟ هي ناجحة من زمان بس ما حد يفهم.
اسكتلندي كمان،
وكودي كمان.
شوفي اسكتلندي يا امي، شوفي اسكتلندي مشكلة غباءه هو اللي موديه بداهية.
ايوه بس هذه كودي ليه حيصير زي كذا؟ عشان يحافظ على حزام، مو عشان ياخذ.
عشان الناس ما تحبه، دحين الناس بدأت تستطيع حياته، بدأت الناس تكرهه. يقولوا اشيل منه اللقب، شيلوا له منه اللقب. تخيل
عشان كذا صار
دحين حيصير مكروه.
عشان كذا.
بس والله انا كنت عارفه انه هذه اللي راح تخسرها. انا قلت لك يا امي هذه اللي راح تاخذ اللقب بعدها، لانه هي تستاهل. بس انا ما توقعت يخسرونها في ذا العرض. بس والله فازت، سوتها
طحنتها طحن.
اول مره تصير بطله هذه في دبليو.
ما كان زي ولعوا لها لمبات شغلات.
مو شغلوا لها العاب ناريه، ما شفتي؟ شغلوا لها العاب ناريه. رنيم دحين حتبكي لانه تحب هذه تفي.
حقت الساعة.
حقت الساعة.
تتعنتك.
تحبها. تقول حلوة تجنن تعجبني.
تقول له روح ذاك الملك.
ايوه صح، مو قاعد كمان.
عشان قايم من الساعة 9. لا لا لا
كلهم مصدومين.
ليه مصدومين؟ خلوها تفوز المرة، هذه تستحقها. لو إنها هشك بشك نقول يلا نعطي الولد أكل، كان بيطلب أكل.
أمي ربطي.
حبطوا كل واحد
لا
يروح.
جنزير. قولي راشد وقت ما تبى تروح السطح قولي أنا أعطيك مفتاح الجنزير.
Entertainment.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Intercontinental Championship. Introducing the challengers. First, from Ecatepec, Mexico, weighing in at 87 kilos, Bedard.
The man Penta looking for his first singles championship in WWE. Remember, Ray, this match was made a triple threat after Los Americanos, I believe at the request of Dirty Dominic Mysterio, got involved in the Penta Rusev #1 contenders match. And then Dominic finds himself now in a triple threat because of that.
Yeah, that backfired in a big way when both competitors were named #1 contender, and it just makes tonight's task so much more difficult for the champ. One thing pulling the wool over one competitor's eyes, but to pull it over two competitors' eyes simultaneously, very, very difficult.
First time ever that the spectacular Penta has been a part of this Saturday night's main event.
I'll tell you right now, some superstars just look good with gold, and how good was that Penta strut look clad in the Intercontinental Championship?
Tonight could be the night. We just saw the WWE Women's title change.
Joe Test told me he does the Penta strut in the mirror at home. Do you do that at home, Michael?
No, but I have no doubt that Test does that. Does he have his toupee? Does he have his toupee on while he's doing it?
Man doesn't wear a toupee. He wears a Penta mask, like any good fan of Penta.
I heard he went as Penta for Halloween.
I'm gonna see some pictures of that. You should try this strut. I don't think you have the ribbon for it though.
No chance.
Or the synchronicity.
Introducing next, from Bulgaria, weighing in at 270 pounds,
Rusev is done with the game. He's sick and tired of the shenanigans of Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and tonight, with no disqualifications and no countouts, Rusev plans to destroy Dirty Dom and Penta in the process.
50% of the WWE locker room admit that they are terrified of Rusev, and I would argue that the other 50% of the WWE locker room are liars. Stay away from this highly dangerous Bulgarian.
Yeah, Rusev looking to win the Intercontinental Championship for the first time in his career. He's a three-time United States champion. You know Rusev extremely well. Been an enemy and a friend of this man.
Yeah, in more recent years, we're more on the enemy side. I do avoid Rusev like the plague these days, and I would advise anyone else to do the same. And Rusev has just been on a tear of late, and it's simply not computing in the mind of the big European that he cannot defeat Dom. He got outmaneuvered on two separate occasions. Well, tonight in Rusev's mind, I promise you, that's going to change.
And representing the Judgment Day, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, he is the Mega Triple A and Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio!
Dominic Mysterio, the first man to hold both of those championships. He won a fatal four-way back in WrestleMania in April to win the Intercontinental Championship. Tonight marks his 195th day as champion. And interesting stat I found out about Dirty Dom. Dominic has more title wins, more wins in title matches this year than anyone in the entire WWE. I was shocked when I saw that stat.
Yeah, of course you are, because you're a lifetime hater of Dirty Dom Mysterio, but anyone who's paying attention appreciates that Dirty Dom can be a little crafty, a little underhanded, but behind all the shenanigans there is a highly competent fighting machine who's ready to defend one of his two titles yet again tonight.
My stat guru, John Chick, back in Stamford, Connecticut, telling me earlier today that this is the 16th time in Saturday night's main event history that the Intercontinental Championship has been on the line. However, Wade, only one time on this show has the Intercontinental title changed hands as Rusev goes after Mysterio. That was HBK beating the British Bulldog. And meanwhile, Rusev and Penta looking to take out Dominic Mysterio. First man to get pinfall or submission wins the Intercontinental title.
Well, both of these two men have been left very unhappy by Dom's shenanigans in recent weeks. So there we go. There's no alliances in this match. Get your frustrations out on Dirty Dom right off the bat. Bring it down to business.
Rusev and Penta have problems with one another as well. And Rusev with a drop kick. The uber-athletic Rusev into the cover, and Mysterio saving his championship there.
Well, Dom's effectively had 3 defenses against these two over the past month. Over the month of October, I should say.
It's November 1st, Wade.
Possible back. Ah, look at the power. One-on-one.
Rusev ragdolling Dominic.
Dom trying that head scissors there simply didn't work against someone as strong and as fresh as Rusev, who's now highly motivated to snap the champion off.
Does Rusev ever smile?
He might smile if he wins gold, but I would argue it's been several years since I've seen him do so.
Rusev just putting on an offensive clinic right now on the champion.
Stripping off the clothes of the champion. Some of the women's eyes in this arena just lit up. Get them off, they're chanting, I think. They're not chanting.
Not at all. Oh, just Broadway slam by Rusev to Mysterio, and Rusev dominating thus far.
To Rusev not even breathing heavily. Here's the problem in a match like this. You get too focused on one competitor, take your eye off the third man, and you'll be caught by surprise. And I can see lurking in the background is Penta. Keep an eye on that man at all times.
Dominic sends Rusev face first to the post. And now Penta gonna fly. Down goes Rusev.
Steel to the forehead and then followed up with that dive from Penta. That's one way of slowing Rusev down.
And now it's Dominic Mysterio who's going to deliver a suicide dive to Penta.
That's a little message there from Dominic Mysterio. Any of that high-flying lucha stuff you can do, I can do it too, pal. There's a reason they call me the best luchador on planet Earth. That's Penta staking his claim, but here's the real go-to lucha.
Let me correct you there. He's the self-proclaimed king of the luchadors. No one else calls him that except for Dom himself.
I've heard El Grande Americano also holds Dirty Dom in very high regard. There's undoubtedly the top two luchas on the planet.
I think you're looking at Penta, the top lucha on the planet, but nonetheless.
Well, I might change my opinion. Oh, Penta wins gold tonight.
Dominic dropped in the corner. Penta now. I mean, there's vintage Penta delivering the kick right to the ribs of Dominic.
The hype has been so real for Penta.
Come on. Now it's Rusev going to save the matchup. Remember, don't count out the disqualifications.
Nothing pretty when it comes to the offense that Rusev deals out, but always devastating.
Rusev in tremendous shape, his in-ring stamina. Awesome man his size.
You know what's good for you.
Halloween came a day late for those two.
Lower back first, that lumbar spine absorbing all that.
Look out, Dominic now. Come on, Rusev. Rusev with Dominic. Face first onto our table.
Jaw of Dominic bouncing hard off the steel of that table. And Rusev is feeling it now.
No, I don't think he's done either. A very nasty look at the announce table, unless he was having flashback to League of Nations and looked at you.
Vision of the Intercontinental.
I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Championship that he desires so badly, and with Penta laid out after that shot into the steel steps, now is the time to capitalize for Rusev. It's one-on-one.
The prestigious Intercontinental title, dozens of WWE Hall of Famers have held the championship over the years. Dating back to 1979, the late great Pat Patterson. And Rusev now, and again, he can do this all night, Wade. There's no disqualification. The official's just in there to call the 1, 2, 3 or the tap out.
Smartly taking advantage of that fact is Rusev. Rusev really needs to stop dreaming about the Intercontinental Championship and make it a reality.
It could be just moments away.
It's starting to look imminent, as it did as soon as you knew Rusev was going to catch the check.
Dropped toe hold by Dirty Dom, going to steal another one out of his father's playbook. 619, but he got caught.
Just too fresh is Rusev, too strong is Rusev. Those great reactions from the big man.
And Rusev,
here we go,
accolade. Look at the lockdown. Accolade in on Dirty Dom. And Dom taps out or gives up. And Penta from behind with a kick.
Well, Penta certainly didn't want to get Dirty Dom out of trouble there. However, Dom had tapped, it would be game over for Penta's chances. He full well he had to break that one up.
Now it's Penta with the upper hand. Turning his attention to Rusev.
Dirty Dom completely laid down. Now it's Penta's chance to pick up the pace against a soft double pony with a nice back cracker.
So close. Here in WWE.
Well, the scowl was left on the face of Rusev, and now it's one of sheer agony seeping through. And Penta smells victory.
It's a night of championships and Saturday night's main event live in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Hammering Rusev with these super kicks. One after the other. Rusev still stirring though. Absorbing it. A body built to absorb abuse.
And ran right into the hands of Rusev, who delivers a kick to the back of the neck. And now the power of Rusev. Down goes Penta. Cover to win the championship. Penta kicks out a near fall for Rusev.
Rusev is just a wall of a human being. When you have that much size and that much aggression, it just cannot be matched. Take out that pace and movement of Penta, get him grounded, and I don't know what kind of answers he will have for this kind of abuse.
Well, Rusev just getting angrier and angrier the longer this match goes on.
And that does not bode well for his two opponents. You worry about the mindset of Rusev, though, at times coming unglued.
Yeah, let him. He won't get disqualified. May help him. Oh!
Got to keep his eyes on the prize. Don't let that rage overtake you. Remember the mission here. A 1, 2, 3, or a tap out. That's all that's going to get it done.
Rusev looked like he was setting up Penta for a superplex, and Penta fighting out of it. And Rusev knocks Penta to the mat, and Penta could be hurt. Penta could be hurt.
It's really, really ugly landing. Right on behind the referee's back here.
Dominic with a steel chair tosses it to Rusev. And the official's like, Dom, what are you trying to do? There's no disqualification. It doesn't matter. I don't care what caught Rusev red-handed. Rusev can use the chair as a weapon, which he's doing here.
Well, Dirty Dom just fell on his own sword, scratched from the playbook, but just in the nick of time, booting that chair was Penta.
Oh, Mexican Destroyer to the stereo. He used Rusev as a springboard. The Mexican Destroyer, and now Rusev. Penta lands on his feet.
An astonishing movement of Penta is back. There's nothing Rusev can do about it. Planting on the top of his head.
Tornado DDT. Cover. Rusev kicks out at 2.
There's very little left in that kick out from Rusev here. Take another look at this using a little left there from Rusev to now that Mexican Destroyer. And then capitalizing on the space by drilling Rusev with that tornado DDT. And I'll tell you this right now, this match has been dominated by Rusev. You do wonder if the big Bulgarian has now burned himself out with so much dominance as Penta goes in for the kill.
Yeah, but you're getting a glimpse of what Penta's all about here. Look at the Mexican Destroyer again, but Rusev able to catch Penta and now deliver an Alabama slam to Penta. And now Rusev gonna look to put Penta away. Went for the Mosca kick, and Penta ducks underneath, and now it's Penta. Hook handle, down goes Rusev, turned it into a driver, cover now by Penta for the win! Rusev powers out!
Oh, God! Well, that was the move time and time again, stubbornly moving out of the way of the match kick, and nailing this Penta driver that we saw him win so many matches earlier in this year with. And now boiling over with frustration is Penta, who thought he had gold in the bag.
Both men down. Dominic's out of the equation. This is for the Intercontinental Championship. First man to gain pinfall or submission will win the title.
Well, this one has swung back and forth, but now the wind in the sails of this Mexican phenom that is Penta.
Yeah, you feel like the momentum shifted. It could be Penta's night. No! Rusev off the Mosca kick now. Stomped to the back. Accolade time. And Rusev could be closing in on the Intercontinental title.
Full talk. It's there. We've got a new Intercontinental champion. And a tap out to the Accolade. Rusev gets it done. Wow.
I'm not sure, Wade. I didn't see Penta tap out. The official very confused as well. I guess the timekeeper, maybe he got a bit overzealous here.
Well, Rusev thinks he's got... Oh, God.
Oh, give me a break. That's not technically. Oh, Dirty Dom.
Well, technically, the match is still going then. Dom rang the bell.
All he's done is piss Rusev off.
Just when Penta was about to tap out, and he's still got the hammer in his hand.
Yeah, Rusev, though, blocked Dominic from using it as a weapon.
What he's used many times over the past 4 or 5 weeks to win his matches.
I'm not quite sure what Dominic was trying to accomplish by ringing the bell there, except it just made Rusev extremely angry.
Well, Penta was about to tap out. That was the problem. He was going to lose the match. Penta was going to tap to the Accolade. Rusev was going to be the champ, but he was denied. The match is still ongoing.
That's a great point, Wade. I got to give Dominic credit there. For what he did there is he drives Rusev shoulder first into the steps.
is the story of the Dirty Dom reigning chicanery at its finest. Admire the mental powers of Dirty Dom, who is still clinging onto his reign as Intercontinental Champ.
And Dirty Dom, who's used the bell hammer to his advantage recently. Hammer time.
And we know there's no disqualification here. Dom's in big
Oh
trouble.
no! Penta just struck Rusev. Dominic sends Penta into the post.
Rusev is out cold.
Penta just struck Rusev with that bell hammer, and now Dirty Dom with a frog splash. The cover. Dirty Dom steals it again.
Still, the Intercontinental Champion,
Again, Wade, I've got to give Dominic Mysterio credit. He somehow continues to win and win and win. 195 days and counting as the Intercontinental Champion. In each match, Wade, he wins differently.
The guy is a genius. It's a title reign that is built on bending the rules to his advantage. He can't match the power of Rusev. He can't match the movement of Penta, but he can outsmart them both time and time again. This is what it looked like. It was the end for Penta. Match kid connected. Accolade applied. Battle run. We got a new champ. Or do we?
This is great strategy by Dom. You explained it the right way, Wade. Dominic saving his championship because Penta was going to tap out.
But then, going for the kill was Penta with the hammer. Dom ducks. It nails Rusev. Turned out of the ring was Penta. And then one frog splash later to a partially KO'd Rusev. And Dom does it again. And I know it must have tasted bad, you admitting how impressive Dom's methodology is. But wow, Boy Wonder does it again.
Jey Uso, his brother Jimmy there as well. Jey looking to win the World Championship for the second time in his career. The title vacated after Seth Rollins' injury. CM Punk, Jey Uso, in our main event in moments. There's been some speculation on who will be the final opponent in the legendary career of John Cena. The GOAT addresses that subject next on Saturday night's main event.
دحين جون سينا جاي مدري هو جاي ولا يتكلموا عنه أهم شيء هذيك السنة فاتت اللي أنا أبغاها فاتت. مو أي بطولة WWE. أقول مو أي بطولة كان بطولة WWE.
زي حق كودي صح؟
إيه زي حق كودي. يصيرها غيرها لأنه هذه أكثر واحدة مناسبة لها. لأنه الثانية مو قويات زي هذه ولا قيد أخذها رقاب ما في غير هذه لأنه ما قيد أخذت لقب وقوية وفورمولا وجسمها وقوتها وضربها ينفع عليها لقب. حد شي يتحمل.
Weeks from tonight. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. And you're listening to War Pigs, the official theme song for Survivor Series. Please consider purchasing the Judas Priest and Ozzy Osbourne version of the song, because all profits from its sales will be donated to the Glenn Tipton Parkinson's Foundation and Cure Parkinson's. The expanded partnership with TKO for these events adds to Utah's incredible sports and entertainment legacy and gives Utah fans another reason to celebrate. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to watch what's going to be an incredible interview with John Cena, conducted by the great Tom Rinaldi, about Cena's final days here in WWE. Here's a sneak peek.
I made a promise to the WWE that I would not stick around when my skills can't match the product. And they can't. And that's okay, because what I do isn't who I am. And the realization of that has helped me come to like, no, let these guys have it now. Physical activity, 100%. And I very rarely speak in absolutes, because you never know. I do know in this case. Never again, because I don't want to let the people that I made a promise to down.
And I believe everything John Cena says. I cannot wait to see that interview in its entirety with Tom Rinaldi. Now, John Cena is about to give us a little hint on who he believes will be his final opponent in his final match next month, Saturday night's main event.
From the moment I announced my farewell tour over a year ago, the one question I've been asked more than any other is, who do you want to face in your last match? My answer has always been the same. On my last day, I want to face whoever is willing to step up and seize the same kind of opportunity I was given on my first day. Therefore, starting a week from Monday, on Raw from my hometown in Boston, a 16-man tournament will commence. The field will be chosen at random, filled with competitors from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and maybe even some faces who don't even work here. There will be stars with whom I have a storied history. But even more, a generation of talent that I've never gone one-on-one with in my life. By the time we get to December 13th in Washington, D.C. for our next Saturday night's main event, my final opponent isn't going to be handpicked. It's going to be hard-earned. To everyone seizing this opportunity, I say good luck. And to the winner, I say for one final time, you want some? Go get some!
Wow, that is so huge. I'll tell you right now, those locker rooms must be buzzing. They will all want in on that tournament to try and earn the right to make history as John Cena's final opponent in December. Oh my God.
What an opportunity. And ladies and gentlemen, we are here to tell you it's no coincidence that this tournament will actually begin a week from Monday on Raw from John Cena's hometown of Boston, Massachusetts. Now, this tournament will take place Twice, of course, a part of Monday Night Raw, part of Friday Night SmackDown. You heard Cena hit the NXT stars involved. Again, John Cena. The tournament begins a week from Monday on Raw. And it all culminates in 1 month, December 13th. The nation's capital. The last time is now. John Cena, his final opponent, the winner of the Last Time Is Now tournament on Saturday night's main event. And John Cena's last match will be at Saturday night's main event at Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, December 13th. Tickets on sale now via Ticketmaster. Well, from the great John Cena, the 17-time world champion, to the man who will become the new world champion. Will it be Jey Uso? Will it be CM Punk? They meet right now.
World Heavyweight Championship. CM Punk has to have somebody to battle. The winner of this battle royal will be the man. Saturday night's main event. It's a Jey Uso victory! He will face CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship.
I'm gonna tell you all this right now, Oos. I don't give a damn what they think about me. Cause it's just me, Oos. It's just me Saturday night, and it's just me gonna be the new World Heavyweight Champion. 4 letters. 1 word. Punk. Main event Jey Uso. How far are you willing to go? Because you're not the only one who needs to be champion again. I need to be champion like I need air in my lungs. And I know how far I'm willing to go. Saturday night's main event. You're in a situation you can't yeet yourself out of. Screw you, Punk. I've been in deep waters before. I know how to swim. You think they're gonna feed me to you? No, you get fed to me. And Saturday night, I'll show you who the best in the world is, Oos. 4 letters, 1 word. Woo-hoo.
A Seth Rollins injury has caused the World Heavyweight Championship to be vacant. Someone is going to be a new champion live tonight. Welcome to Salt Lake City. Main event Jey Uso looking to win the World Heavyweight Championship for a second time in his career. Wait, you're supposed to move your arms when you yeet.
I'm doing my own version. My rhythm looks terrible. My arms are so long and I just can't get the bounce right. And I don't think you should ever say Salt Lake City ever again. It takes something that is organically really cool and makes it that uncool. Michael Cole. Now this is cool. Watch this, Cole. Yeah, yeet, yeet.
And now you watch this. There we go, see?
Gotta kill me.
And there's Post Malone involved in this as well. Listen, Jey Uso will do anything it takes to win this championship. We saw what he did in the Battle Royal a couple of weeks ago, where he eliminated the likes of LA Knight, the likes of Dominic Mysterio, and even
look in the eye of Jey Uso. In fact, the last time I saw that kind of dead-eyed focus in his eyes, it was right before WrestleMania 42 when Jey Uso fought out of his skin to do the unthinkable and to throw Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Well, that kind of superhuman effort is what it's going to take tonight. And Jey Uso is once again going to grab that crown.
You know, I had lunch with Jey Uso today. I talked to him about this moment here tonight. He said he had a bad taste left in his mouth after what happened, the way he lost the championship. He wants to win it back again here tonight and prove that he is indeed main event.
People have had a bad taste left in their mouth when they meet with Michael Cole, so that's no surprise, but I do get your point.
Softball.
Are we going to run it back? Go on! Go on, Music Man! Yes!
Music Man.
Someone's going to press play.
That'd be Frenchie. He's a DJ.
Record or whatever he's playing it off. Drop the needle.
Dai, troppo da solo.
I believe tonight is a must-win for CM Punk. There's no Seth Rollins around, the thorn in Punk's side for the past couple of years. Punk has admitted in recent weeks that that window of opportunity is closing. He doesn't know when we're ever get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship ever again. Punk is putting all I believe is a must-win match for the Second City Saints tonight.
Well, I agree with what you just said, but I'd say, for me, it's a must-win for Jey Uso. Look, CM Punk's a made man. Guaranteed he's going in the Hall of Fame. Jey Uso's going to go in the Hall of Fame too, but at the moment, he's going in as one half of the greatest tag team in history. Jey Uso is still trying to prove he's not a one-hit wonder when it comes to the singles world championship level. He's done it once. This is the first time he's slid down the other side of that mountain. Punk has proven time and again he can reverse that slide, get back to the top. The question is tonight, can Jey Uso?
Let's head up to the ring and Lillian Garcia.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing first, from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 242 pounds, main
For that man CM Punk, his gear paying homage to Punk's MMA trainer, Duke Rufus of Rufus Sports Gym. Punk dedicating this match to Duke tonight, who recently passed away. CM Punk very emotional about this tribute as he looks to win the World Heavyweight Championship here tonight. You know, this harkens back to the old school Saturday night's main event back in the day, Wade. Big time heavyweight battle for all the gold between two of the most popular superstars in WWE today.
I'll tell you right now, it's a real rare thing when you get a true 50-50 split in an audience. It's even more rare when you get a 100-100 split where every fan in the audience loves both guys equally. I think they're going to be happy whoever wins this.
Tense opening moments of this match. Rod Zapata, the referee, and we're underway with a collar and elbow tie. What do you expect out of Punk here in the early going?
I think Punk has got to take the sting out of Jey Uso early. I think Punk at this level in singles matches for such a great prize has more experience than Jey. And he's going to play some mind games, and it looks like that has started already.
Friendship goes out the window when it comes to the world title. What about Jey Uso? How does he win the championship tonight?
Jey Uso has got to forget the last 3 or 4 months of his career. At times, he's almost mentally spiraled at that loss of the World Heavyweight Championship. He's got to tap back into the Jey Uso that we saw back in March, April. The Jey Uso that led all the way to WrestleMania 42 and dethroning Gunther. Remember that guy, he's still in there. Bring him out tonight.
Jey Uso looking to win a second world championship in his career. CM Punk looking for number 7. Punk, we touched on it before, already a Hall of Fame resume. Quickly going for a go to sleep on Jey Uso, who's able to counter. Scoop up, roll up, and a kick out by Punk.
Some competitors are slow starters. It takes them a little while to get the adrenaline going. I think Punk was counting on Jey Uso, having a little nerves in the early goings here. Harkens back to that experience factor at this level. Trying to catch Jey cold, but denied. Jey is ready.
Now Punk working on the left arm of Uso. Slow start to this matchup, which we expected.
Neither man historically has been a 100-mile-an-hour kind of guy, especially when it comes to singles matches for Jey Uso. Both quite methodical, going to grind their opponent down, and even more caution perhaps.
By Punk. That was just to send a little message there.
Yeah, when the stakes are so high, you just don't want to slip on a banana peel this early in the match and put yourself at a disadvantage.
Again, working on the arm of Uso. CM Punk won an Intercontinental title in his career, tag titles, 2-time Money in the Bank win. Earned this opportunity, remember when he beat LA Knight Jey Uso, pinning Jey in a triple threat match.
Yeah, that's perhaps giving Punk a major mental edge over Jey. Of course, Jey got a second bite of the cherry once Seth Rollins went down in injury, and we need a second #1 contender, and Jey made no mistake that time, winning a Battle Royal a couple of weeks ago to earn himself this spot.
And yet, Wade, we talked a lot about the baggage, right, of the World Heavyweight title that Jey Uso's carrying around. Let's not forget what Punk has been through emotionally over the past, there's a shoulders down, over the past few months. Remember, Punk finally climbed to the top of the mountain at SummerSlam. 5 minutes to celebrate before Rollins, with a ruse of the century, cashing in the Money to Make contract and taking the title from Punk.
And that can have two opposite effects on a performer. Can galvanize. There can be a sense of desperation when you've been so close to glory and he's having snatched away. Maybe you start to realize it's just not my destiny. To have a storybook ending and going in for that kill shot, getting in the early runnings here, Cole.
Smart by Jey Uso. Roll out of the ring and regroup as Punk went for a GTS for the second time. The go to sleep, Punk's bread and butter.
Well, Punk has set out his stall very early in this one, clearly looking to end this as quickly as possible with the GTS. That's what he sees as his pathway to victory. perhaps showing Jey Uso his cards very early. The questions are, what is Jey Uso's strategy in the early goings here? We haven't quite figured that out yet.
This is the first time that these two men have ever gone one-on-one in a match, and the stakes could not be higher. Man, Uso looking to back Punk into the corner. Really a feeling out process here early on.
You can see last week on Raw, CM Punk was clearly trying to get into the head of Jey Uso. I don't think it worked. In fact, it might have had the opposite effect and really solidified Jey Uso's mental state. And that, in return, can affect the mindset of CM Punk. Starts the question, are my powers waning? Do I really have the mental edge against this guy?
Four elbows off the snapmare, cover now, and Jay's got a kick at it too.
But just testing out that body of Jey Uso. Does not know his opponent too well, as you mentioned. Trying to figure out where are his physical weaknesses. Is there anything hurting right now? Both have been through the ringer this year. Both have been in major battles, and Punk there trying, I think, for a neck breaker. I think over-rotating was Jey Uso.
Now he got it, though.
No mistake the second time.
Covered by Punk, forearm in the throat. Uso able to kick out.
I'll say Jey Uso in the early runnings here is just looking a little sluggish, and the aggressor has clearly been CM Punk. He's knocked the wind out of Jey Uso somewhat. Jey Uso needs to dig deeper.
Jey may hear the whispers in his ear of his very vocal cousin, the tribal chief Roman Reigns, who's talked a big game with Jey recently, and now Uso with a Samoan drop, and just like that, main event, Jey Uso's back in this.
Yeah, suckered CM Punk in there. You can see Jey Uso has taken a ton of offense, and Punk clearly thought he had a major upper hand. Jey Uso is just waiting for his moment to pounce, and this is it.
Jey Uso going for the spear, and Punk able to wrestle him down, and another neck breaker to Uso. Hook of the leg now by Punk, and a near fall. Is this the pace you expected?
Yeah, it's the pace I did expect from CM Punk. I'm a little surprised from Jey Uso. I expected Jey Uso to come out of the blocks a little bit hotter. I think Jey Uso has clearly been listening to the aforementioned Roman Reigns, who has been in his ear, who traditionally likes this kind of pacing himself. Don't rush into anything. Don't make a physical error in the early going. Just ride out the storm and wait for your moment, because it will come.
But again, Wade, you've been in this situation with championships on the line before. Sometimes you're overthinking. You're too worried about making a mistake instead of just doing what's natural to you in the ring, what's brought you to the dance.
Yeah, and that's the issue that we talked about a little earlier with coming down the other side of the mountain after losing gold. That's when you really start overthinking. Punk knows that danger only too well. He's done it 5 or 6 times previously. Jey doesn't. Jey hasn't been here before, and he's still figuring it out.
Jey now trying to fight back, and Punk gonna reverse and whip Jey across the ring. Jey hangs on. Punk misses the dropkick. Jackknife cover now by Jey. Remember, this is for the vacant world title, and Punk gets his shoulder up.
Once again, you just see Jey.
Hanging predicament.
Jey Uso trying his best to put some questions in the mind of CM Punk. Just when you think you have the power, just when you think.
Cover again, and this time, a bridge out. And Punk now has Jey where he wants him. Oh, Uso, the momentum, he fell onto the floor. Punk hit the GTS, and now what does Punk do?
Well, Punk traditionally, as the count starts climbing here, Punk traditionally would try and do that in the middle of the ring. It was a reactionary GTS in a bad corner of the ring, and fortuitously for Jey Uso, he fell all the way out.
And now we're seeing Punk throwing water all over Jey, trying to wake him up as he tracks him back into the ring. Punk,
don't wake him up too much. You need him back in the ring, but stack the offense once again, because Jey Uso currently has no clue where he's at.
Man, Jey Uso got lucky there. That GTS connected, but it was too close to the ropes. And Jey just fell out of the ring.
Well, Jey Uso simply looks like a carcass at this point. And Punk is now dominating at will.
You felt the GTS before. Punk floats into the cover. Off the suplex, hook to the leg. Jey kicks out.
Yeah, I've tasted one GTS. Don't remember too much about it. In fact, I don't even remember seeing it, but I've watched videos online. Nasty, nasty KO move. And you can see that written all over Jey Uso's body.
Up now, there's Jey on the top rope. That's done.
I don't know if Jey Uso is feeling pain right now. His body has turned to jelly. And there seems to be no fight, no gas left in the tank of Jey Uso. And that's a bad place to be at this point in the match.
Yeah, I think the GTS knocked him silly. And now Punk trying to deliver a superplex, and Jey with a body shot.
A lot of weight to Jey Uso. That is one big, big frame. Make no mistake. It's almost a dead weight at this point after that GTS. But now, perhaps, the embers starting to glow a little in the furnace of Jey Uso.
And Punk off the headbutt. Jey now from the top rope. Uso. Punk ducks underneath.
Great movement once again from CM Punk, but not great enough.
Jey blocks again, and now Jey Uso unloading with the right hand. And Uso starting to feel it now.
Hitting that yeet or retreat moment. And the Yeets are taking over in Salt Lake City.
And you feel like Jey Uso's starting to settle in here, Wade.
Load out that offense of CM Punk. Now picking up the pace I was anticipating. And Punk now looks softened up.
Jey Uso and Punk though quickly out of the corner with Jey up on his shoulders again. GTS, but Jey counters with a super kick.
A desperation attempt there from Punk.
Jey Uso from the
turn at this level when you've got two competitors as good as this. Punk trying to desperation. GTS simply could not block the super kick, the spear, the splash off the top rope. It's what has led Jey Uso to countless gold in his career, but not tonight, not yet at least.
So much for the feeling out process, the slow start. Punk and Uso picking up the pace now. Both men down. Critical moment in this match.
Well, we're dropping bombs here with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line.
Jey Uso survived the GTS earlier. Punk survived the spear in the Uso splash right now.
You just sensed that Jey Uso was starting to look like a beaten man, but was tapping into that raw, that emotion, the yeet of this audience. And that's when Jey Uso starts to access those top gears.
And now Punk again can't get up. Jey Uso to the top rope. Punk back to his feet. Meets Jey with the right hand.
Yeah, Punk had to get up in a bad way there, taking a ton of offense. The hand of CM Punk now hurting after those shots to the hard head of Jey Uso.
Well-placed elbows by Punk. Tried to do this a bit earlier on, and Jey was able to fight out. But on this time around, superplex.
Knocking the stuffing out of both men. Of course, Jey Uso taking the worst of it, but you can see the spine of CM Punk took a ton of abuse on that landing. Take another look at this. Crashing down hard. Now Jey eats it first, but Punk gets an almost double whammy. The upper back, then the lower back. The Post Malone in the background. He's loving every second, isn't he?
Aren't we all? Main event, Saturday night's main event for the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. One of these men will head to Raw Monday night as the champ.
You just love these stakes. Always brings the best out of that top tier of performers.
You can feel the pressure mounting with every blow and every move. One mistake could cost you.
And so driven, but also fighting with fear at the prospect of what they could lose here.
Wade, you've been close on a number of occasions in a World Championship. It's so hard to finally...
Devastating when you fail at that attempt, and the truth is you never know if you're going to get another one.
Oh, and Punk with a clothesline now. And now CM Punk with a burst of energy. Digging down deep, second win for Punk.
When you're going to block out that exhaustion, every fiber in your body is screaming, leave. Get out of here. Stop fighting. Just give up. doing it for the gold. You're doing it to be the best in this industry, the best in the world.
Punk's running knee into his bulldog, and CM Punk now could be closing in.
Punk is now tasting it, and it could be night-night time, Jey Uso.
Hit the go-to-sleep earlier. Jey was knocked silly, but knocked out of the ring, so Punk couldn't capitalize.
Clearly weakened since that moment in the match, and another shot here could be it.
And again, Uso able to slip out from behind, deliver a kick to Punk, and drive Punk now out of the ring.
Got that burst of adrenaline just when he needed it, did Jey Uso. Did you fear a shot to the jaw by the... Oh, God, here we go.
Suicide dive by... down as well. What a physical match this has been. Did you expect it to be this physical?
Always has to be. Nobody was going to get a walk in the park to win the vacant World Heavyweight Championship. Not by two opponents of this caliber. Both men, of course, have been World Heavyweight Champion this calendar year. They are both in peak form. Who can drag themselves over that finish line?
And let's not forget, Jey Uso won his one and only World Heavyweight Championship on the biggest stage in professional wrestling, WrestleMania. Doesn't get any bigger than that, and Jey was able to pull it off.
I'll tell you right now, CM Punk will not count his victory in the World Heavyweight Championship as one for the record books, given it lasted about 5 minutes. In Punk's brain, it simply didn't exist, just a stat in the record books. Now is the night to change that.
You notice how Punk was able to roll back into the ring momentarily to break the count. Now we're at a count of 5. Punk trying to make it back to his feet. Jey Uso now measuring CM Punk, stalking Punk. Jey Uso looking for a spear through the back. Jey Uso pulling one out of the book of the Tribal Chief with a spear through the barricade. The official, Rod Zapata, checking on both men. I got to give the official credit. He's letting a lot go here in this matchup tonight because there's no champion. There's no champion's advantage. This is for the vacant world title.
Well, if you're going to steal from anyone's playbook, make sure it's Roman Reigns, the best of the past 10 years in this industry.
Now Jey up top again. Punk's in trouble. Uso back.
Uso a couple of weeks ago.
Just like that.
I thought it was over. Punk is devastated.
Again, Punk had Jey where he wanted him. First Jey delivering the spear through the back. To recover as he got and you mentioned it, Wade. The way that Punk earned this opportunity by beating Jey in a triple threat with the same move on Monday Night Raw.
Well, the whole arena, including Post Malone, thought we had a new World Heavyweight champ. It was deja vu until Jey Uso did the unthinkable and kicked out. Oh, God.
Oh, no, Punk now, looking for a pile driver, and Jey Uso able to counter, and Uso now with Punk on his shoulders.
Oxygen just got sucked out of this arena. It's what you have to do at this level. Keep your opponent guessing. Pull a move out of his playbook. The GTS from Jey Uso. The spear from Punk.
And now Punk says it's time. It's time to put this one to bed. It's time to crown me world champion again.
Can CM Punk pick his frame up after the amount of abuse Jey Uso has thrown his way?
Man, this has been a war. Been a hell of a war. Punk with Uso up on his shoulders, looking for the go-to-sleep, connects on the jaw. Jey Uso just collapses right back onto the shoulders of Punk, and Punk. Oh, and no! Jey Uso! Oh, this is the... himself to the bottom rope, and he grabs the rope and he saves.
Punk's not breaking until he has to. And Jey Uso now looks like a beaten man.
And again now Jey Uso, he's got Punk caught, crap. What a kick. Uso took advantage of a couple of super kicks.
This one swung back and forth in the space of about 2 minutes.
Quick with a spear, knee by Punk to Uso. Uso made a critical mistake.
Yeah,
Back over the Punk with another GT. What a match! Both of these men giving everything they had, digging down deep, fighting back in the bottom of the ninth, and CM Punk able to pull it off. Jey Uso has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. He made his family proud tonight. But you're looking at CM Punk in a emotional victory, dedicating this to his longtime MMA trainer, Duke Lucas, who passed away recently. And now CM Punk is a 7-time world champion.
Long and arduous journey filled with bitter disappointments and major pitfalls, but finally CM Punk is back on top of the world of professional wrestling as the World Heavyweight Champion. And this is Jey Uso launching a volley of super kicks and then apparently beaten CM Punk. And just when Jey Uso goes for that spear, it was one lifting knee from CM Punk, and then not one, but 2 GTSs connecting flush on the jaw, and they spin Jey Uso. And a thrilling moment of sheer relief washes over the new champ CM Punk as this audience loses their collective minds.
Wade, you used the best word of the night to describe CM Punk. Relief. CM Punk has finally won the World Heavyweight Championship. For CM Punk, it is about vindication. There's no Seth Rollins to spoil the party. CM Punk is on top of the world. The best in the world is on top of the world. Congratulations, new World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
خلص البنت. اوكي هذا